Episode 63. We are back with a very special guest. Can I just say, we have looked at your Instagram and just thought, what has this girl not done?
Because is she confused? She can't make her mind up. She does so many things.
Or just a woman of many talents.
Oh, thank you.
I know.
I must admit, I do get bored easily, and I love doing loads of different things and every day to be different and never know how my month's going to look, how's my year going to look, where might this week take me. I love that. And at times it can be a bit stressful, I'm not going to lie. But I just love keeping it fresh and doing loads of different things.
Yeah.
I think I always have in a way.
Your 90-year-old self is going to be absolutely like, what a life you will have lived by the time you get to the 90-year-old
She's going to be a right little cheerleader, isn't she?
Absolutely.
I would.
Smashed it.
Honestly, I hope so. I mean, if I live that long, not to be morbid,
but absolutely
you
will
never
be living that
know.
long.
But that's why we've just got to pack it in while we can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you've brought your books.
I've brought
This is one of the talents.
Thank you.
I just think it's amazing how you've got. I would just be so proud of myself if I.
So what are the? So what? How did the books come about? I suppose
it's still mad to me seeing them now in real life in like physical form, because like I look at them and I'm so proud, but then sometimes I look at them and I just see blood, sweat and tears, and I'm like, oh, because there's obviously, as any writer will tell you, so much goes into them. But for me, I'd always wanted to write a book.
Yeah.
And I'd always said, oh, one day I'll write a book, one day I'll write a book. And I think a lot of us say that. And to be honest, I believe there's a book in all of us.
Yeah.
But the first one came about, it was when lockdown hit, and all of a sudden I've lost all my work. You know, I work in events, DJing, presenting, motorsport, all that stuff, didn't it?
Yeah.
As we know, in lockdown. And I just found myself at home in an empty house, no work. And I was like, right, Sophie, if you don't write your book now,
Yeah.
when are you going
exactly.
to?
Yeah.
It was the perfect time for me to start it. And I always wanted to tell my story. And so basically my books, when people say, oh, what are they about? I always say it's my life story, but with characters. So it's like I've turned everyone into a character, although I guess the main character is me navigating her way through all these crazy things that happen.
Yeah.
But it is essentially my life story.
Oh, I love
So it's very
that.
soul bearing.
Yeah. So how did that feel to do that and write that, and also for everybody then to know?
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
how does that feel?
Yeah, I was nervous about getting sued. You know, because I've changed everyone's name, obviously, like,
Yeah.
in case anyone is maybe in the public eye, or and I would never set out to hurt anyone. It's not it's not any kind of like revenge book or
No.
kiss and tell
Story.
book. It's not that at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And even in terms of relationships, like it's not 50 Shades of Sophie. Like, don't worry. It might allude to some things,
Yeah.
but it's
That's in
not.
the next one.
Yeah, well, there's a third one coming. It is a trilogy.
Exactly.
So, but it is scary. And I almost think, not that I'm like Adele or anything, but I always think, God, so she had all these breakups and all these hard times and wrote incredible albums off it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, well, I'm going to write a book. But it is kind of terrifying when you put it out there, because
When you put yourself out there, your whole story.
I know.
It's like, I suppose, like, we feel that way sometimes on the podcast when you let yourself a
mic.
bit bare. But actually, there's always power in your vulnerability. There's always power in your
Totally.
story.
Yeah.
And, you know, I suppose to help others.
Yeah.
And that was another reason why I wanted to do it, because I thought so much of what I've been through, we've probably all gone through in a roundabout way. There'll be so much that when we share our stories, it's like, oh my God, I felt that too. Oh yeah, me too. And I just think those moments are so powerful when you can connect with someone and you think, yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I felt that as well.
Yeah.
And I really want to just pour all that into the book. And I hope I have.
I'm sure you have. So you had an accident. So can we just talk about King Rufus introduced us?
Yeah, they got King Rufus,
Yeah, so and then you came in and we met and talk about what happened.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite recent. This thing in my life, this limb, it's quite recent actually. It's new and improved now.
Oh, wow.
But I did have a bad accident 2 years ago, where I snapped my thigh bone at Brands Hatch racetrack. Not actually racing.
Oh.
It would have been way cooler actually if I had been racing, because I've got a race license and everything. Like, that would have been a great story.
Proper into
But no, I was working for the BMW race team. I'd been with them like nearly 5 years, and we won the final race of the season. And me and all the mechanics had climbed up the pit wall. We were hanging over like the fencing as the cars are crossing the finish line, cheering. As we do that every time you win.
Yeah.
You cheer, you climb down, high five, hug one another, way. But this particular day, I didn't look how high up I was. I didn't look where the ground was, and was rushing to get down, and I landed on a straight leg and snapped my thigh.
wow.
So there I am laying in the pit lane with my leg in half. Like, it was...
Literally in half.
Yeah.
Is that like here?
So that's your biggest bone, your femur, I've learned, is your biggest bone in your body. It's the hardest one to break and also the most painful. And you can die from it, apparently, so that's great. Yeah, because it's all like your circulation and stuff, because I did have a lot of internal bleeding. But I'm telling you now, well, not that I'd recommend it, obviously, but if you're going to hurt yourself, do it at a racetrack, because all the help was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ambulance down the pit lane, all the paramedics. Like, I was so lucky that
Yeah.
didn't happen up Snowdon.
Yeah.
Because I love my walking and
Yeah,
being
yeah.
in nature. But it was a big wake-up call for me. Big wake-up call.
In what way?
I didn't know that I had osteoporosis, and I've got
Oh,
like...
really?
Yeah, got like the bones of an 80-year-old.
Oh, my
wow.
gosh.
Yeah, I had no idea until I snapped my thigh.
So at that moment, that one break completely
Yeah.
changed your life.
It really did, because it's then sent me on this whole journey about hormone health and how that is basically, that's why I'm in this situation, because of hormonal problems, and just how important like women's health and estrogen and all of that is so
So
important.
can we talk about that? So how did that hormones impact the
Yeah.
so
I'd always struggled with my hormones, like all my life, always had like irregular cycles and things. As I know a lot of girls do, you know, polycystic ovaries.
Yeah.
Most of us have had, you know, or maybe endometriosis,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Sorry if this is too much information, but I hadn't had a period for 3 years. And they'd always kind of come and go. I wasn't on the pill or anything. I'm a really healthy person, so I thought, don't smoke, don't drink, you know, really good diet, good lifestyle. And I just thought, well, this is weird, you know, maybe they'll come back when they're ready, come on, Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And so I just thought, you know, and I did seek help through like GPs and stuff, and all they wanted to do was just put me on the pill again, or fit
and
me
not
with the
really
pill.
look at
And not
actually because your
actually
body's
look-
talking to
Yeah.
you.
Absolutely.
And again, you're not listened to. And
Yeah.
you think how many women or how many people go to the GP with the same thing
Yeah.
and they're palmed off.
yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
And actually, something's going on.
Yeah.
Something's changed.
Yeah, and little did I know, those years when I wasn't having periods, my estrogen was getting lower and lower, and my bones were getting more and more brittle.
Yeah.
Apparently, even if you miss a period for a month, or you have a month where it's a little bit off, there's something not right there, and look into it straight away, because it's so important for us
Yeah.
to have our cycle. And that's something I kind of overlooked, and part of me as well, because I'm, you know, traveling around doing
Yeah.
DJ gigs everywhere. You know, I'm walking out on stage presenting events and
Yeah.
all those things that I love, but it's kind of convenient that I'm not on a period.
That you're not
I'm
on.
like, oh, it's all right. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't-
busy.
yeah,
I got gigs.
Yeah.
You don't really
You
think
know.
about it. And then
Yeah.
I suppose the break.
Yeah.
So did the low estrogen cause the really?
So literally, the fact that I'd not been having periods had caused my bones to get more and more brittle, which you can't see it happening.
Yeah.
You've no idea. I thought I was in good shape before that accident.
Yeah.
I'd been really up in my yoga. I was really active. I'd been through a big loss as well that we can talk about, and so I was really just trying to get myself back on an even keel. And then when that happened, it was actually me that said to like the surgeons, like, as I'm high on morphine, I'm like, why has this happened? Because they said to me, they were like, were you in a car accident? Because
Yeah.
this is a really
Yeah.
high impact injury. And I was like, no, I just stepped down off a wall.
Yeah, it just wouldn't.
It's
Just
like,
click it,
that
different
doesn't make sense. So it was only when I had a bone density scan. Anyone's never had a DEXA scan, it's worth spending I know it's not cheap, but if you can invest that wherever you go, a couple of £100 on getting your bone density tested, I would highly recommend it. Because when I pushed for that, I was like, look, can I have a DEXA scan, a bone density scan? And it came back that I couldn't have scored any worse. I was essentially made of glass.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So in the moment that your leg's broke, you hear this news, your life's on the floor.
Yeah. I didn't know whether I was going to walk again. Was I going to lose my leg? Because then, I've got all this metal in it now. I've got like full on scaffolding in my leg.
Oh, really?
Which I'll have for life.
Yeah.
Because if they remove it, it might refracture because I'm so brittle.
Yeah.
So obviously that comes with its own problems, especially now it's getting colder and like the daily kind of pain. But in that moment, I was just thinking, this is my leg. This is my life. And that's what I was saying. Like in the moment, I was like, my life. I felt my life kind of slipping away from me because it
was.
Yeah.
And your life is just
yeah.
instantly changed. And I think it's like, I suppose, rebuilding yourself on a whole different level. You were one person and now you've got to find your way again.
Yeah. Physically and mentally.
And that must be really tough.
Oh, yeah. I mean, learning to walk again is something I never thought I'd have to do as an adult.
Yeah.
But I threw everything at it. I was in hyperbaric oxygen chambers. I was having hydrotherapy in the pool. Can't even swim, but it was only up to my boobs, so I was fine. I spent all my money on the best physio I could afford.
Yeah.
Big up physio Jeff. Just,
Also big up you for a mindset of like, I'm not giving up.
Yeah.
And you know what, there's a lot to be said there because, we all have a choice in these moments of actually, are we going to let it win?
Yeah.
Or we're actually not.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here and you
I move normally.
I suppose, but that comes
Yeah.
down to your mindset
Yeah.
and your choice to choose different for yourself.
Yeah.
I was not. I even thought, right, how can I spin this into a positive and maybe raise awareness, help other people?
Yeah.
So while I was sat at home with my leg up and, can't do anything, I started a blog called myfabulousfemur.com.
Oh, love that.
Because I thought, my femur is fabulous. Our bodies are amazing, the way that they heal. If we give them time and grace and feed them the right things and do the right practices. So I blogged my recovery for a year, just sharing all my treatments and
So
stuff.
through your brokenness, you wanted to raise awareness, which is even more incredible. It just shows how incredible you are. So you spoke about a loss.
Yeah.
So
if I rewind 2 months before I broke my leg, my mum passed away. And I was broken inside and I kept going. And another lesson that I learned in all this, it's like, you can't just keep going. At some point, your body's going to say no, and it will force you to stop and grieve and reflect. And, I think it's a very dangerous place to be in when people just keep going and almost kind of burying your head in the sand.
Yeah.
it's a trauma response.
Yeah.
It really is. But
Yeah.
to lose your mum at any age is indescribable.
I know.
So I'm so sorry you've gone through that. And I think, your life, your mum died and then you broke your leg. And then I suppose, I do think it's a trauma response sometimes to keep going at a fast pace because nobody wants to sit with the pain.
I know.
Nobody wants to sit in the hell of grieving.
That's
but you're
so
right
true.
in what you say is your body will let you know when it needs to.
Yeah.
When you need to sit. But it's hell to
And
sit
maybe
in
that's
it.
why you broke your leg.
Yeah. Because
you need to sit and
I needed to find out what was going on inside me because I'd be booking skydives and all sorts now if I didn't know I was brittle. I wanted to get my motorbike license, everything, and now I'm like,
you do have to be.
I need to keep myself fit. I still want to live my life to the full.
Yeah,
I just take
but
calculated risks. But my
balance.
mum was such a. She was an incredible, anyone that met her, King Rufus knows her, just the most. She was a one-off. She was an absolute force, and I'm me because of her.
Yeah.
And I do feel, and what keeps me going is I feel she lives on through me.
Yeah.
because we are so similar, although she was a lot more mischievous than me. And sometimes things will pop in my head and I'll just say things and I'll think, oh my God, that was so my mum. Like, that was not my thought. Like, mum, behave yourself, you know.
And that's a lovely way to see it, because, you know, I suppose, how have you navigated and I suppose changed as a person to go through 2 horrific periods of your life within a few months?
Yeah.
And you're sitting here, how have you changed as a person? And
I'm still working through it, I would say. There are times, especially in the last year, where I do feel a bit lost. I'm not going to lie, because I don't have that person, i.e. my mum, that I would sound off to. I'd come to her for advice. She'd give me advice even if I wasn't asking for it, and she was so wise.
Yeah.
And I don't have that person now, and so I'm trying to be that person to myself. But it is hard. It's hard when you really have to kind of take a step back out of yourself and navigate it alone in a way. Although I know I'm not alone. I've got my team of angels. I've got my mum. I've got great friends, but
it's okay to feel that loss as well, that actually you haven't got that person that you want to, and you sort of then again, like as you spoke then, is having to parent yourself.
Yeah, totally.
And that must be really difficult. And can we talk about being lost, and that it's okay to be lost? And I think some people again want to run away from being lost and not sit in the mess of being lost. I think in your brokenness, in your messiness, in the broken parts of you is where the magic lies. And, you know, we keep running from ourselves, running from what we need to deal with. But in order for us to heal, to become the woman and the people that we want to be, we have to sit in the mess of it. And it's bloody tough.
I know. I know.
For me, grief became a big part of my life at 12. So I lost my dad at 12. But you know, to lose your mum is on a whole different level. But from a grieving process, it can really dictate your life.
I know.
Trauma can really, you know, make you lose yourself. So when I see women and yourself sitting here and to have navigated it the way you have, and to be sitting here is incredible, because you know, it's bloody tough.
It is.
It's so tough.
Yeah, and I think it's something that will never leave us. But then I've been reading so many like books and quotes and things, you know, that might help me. And sometimes you read stuff and you're like, no, it's just making me feel worse now. But then there'll be other little absolute diamonds that you'll come across, and things like, we only feel grief because we had so much love. And I would always rather have had the love and had that relationship with my mum and that bond that we had, which a lot of my friends aren't as close to their mum as I was. So I think, God, I'm so lucky. Like, if I can think, would I rather have had the amazing relationship with my mum that I had for the short time that I had it, or maybe have a mum that
you've
not good with? I mean, I'm not close with my dad, I'm not gonna lie, like that's another story, but my mum was the one. She was the rock. And like you say about parenting yourself, I am definitely trying to do that now and almost reinvent myself a bit, because a lot of things have been stripped away from me in the last couple of years. Not just my mum, work commitments, jobs, relationships. I do feel like life is, maybe I'm going through like a shedding. Is it the year of the snake?
Yes, it is, because you know what? I said, Zara, if I've been quiet, Zara, it's because I feel like I'm going through some sort of transformation, like shedding, getting rid of these versions of myself that no longer serve. But it's a, growth and change and transformation is not easy. And letting go of the versions of yourself that have kept you safe. Because it kept you safe for all these years, these younger versions of myself who are still scared to be seen, all these I'm sort of shedding to fully blossom. But then you're so vulnerable in that as well. And I think it's, you've sort of got to go with the flow, I think, and accept all these changes and not, again, keep saying this, don't run away. Don't run away from them. Embrace the change. And actually maybe that work wasn't for you, and ready for, like, it feels like you're going to rise sometimes.
I hope so, because and as well, people see us as what we've always done. Like, talk about my ice skating in the book. When I used to be this professional ice skater, I was always Sophie the skater. So when I chose to step away from the sport, it's like, oh, but it's what you've always done. Like, people see you as that's what you do. And it's like, it's okay to change. And that's why in the car on the way here, I was listening to a bit of old school Jay-Z, you know, public service announcement, allow me to reintroduce myself, because I thought it's all right to be like, do you know what, guys, I don't do that anymore. Because even like, and I've got to be careful because I don't want to do myself out of work here, because I'm a DJ. But I only really DJ for car brands because I love motorsport, I love cars, I DJ at a lot of car launches. I absolutely love that. That's the kind of DJing I love to do. I don't do 18th birthday parties, weddings, christenings, bar mitzvahs. My idea of hell. And a big misconception of me is that, oh, I must be a party girl because I'm a DJ. And actually, I just want to do a corporate event that has a set finish time and I can be in bed for 10. That's my dream DJ gig. And I've really had to say no to, I don't know, people offering me tickets to Tomorrowland or whatever. Because I'm like, actually, you know, a rave that starts at 10 p.m. and finishes at 6 a.m. It's not me.
It's not for me. I'm in my pyjamas with a brew by that time.
Let's talk about that. It is okay to change. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to reinvent yourself. It's okay to keep evolving because we are evolving humans. We get one chance at this life. And, you know, I always talk about the 90-year-old self. It's coming back to actually what do you want her to look back on and say, and actually, like, it is a scary process, though, growth is, change, and because it's not only letting go of them versions of yourself, but maybe people, relationships, jobs.
Some of the people you knock about with.
And it's a lot, but I do think it is shedding season. I think there's a lot of transformation going on.
I have read this morning that it is. I can't
remember
feel like exactly what it is, but...
I feel like I'm crumbling.
To then be rebuilt, new and improved.
So I'm quite like I'm perhaps in the depths of it at the minute. That could be just PMS. How many times do I talk about PMS? I might just get
sometimes I feel like I'm just in it constantly, if I'm honest.
But you suffer really bad because I can't say how much over the past 14 days that I have been floored. Like I'm depressed. I honestly, I'm going to the GP.
I was going to say, you do. At some point, you've got to be like, you cannot carry on like that for 14 days.
14 days, I am completely floored.
But Jesus, no.
But it's not even like slight. It's like
it takes over.
It takes over. But last month,
it's savage.
I was all right.
So maybe one of your ovaries is a little bit
goodbye to the ovaries.
I've got one that definitely acts up more than the other one.
You might name them.
My left. I always get it on the left-hand side.
Oh, see. There's a lot into it.
Like
to
ovarian thing. Oh, no.
I must admit, I do think like civilization would end if it was just up to guys. No offense, but like,
no offense, Rufus.
we keep like civilization going, really, don't we? By bringing people into the world and dealing with the monthly pain or the weekly pain, like
no idea what goes on after. So, how's life now?
It's still a bit of a struggle, but I'm excited for next year because there's going to be some changes next year. I'm still mulling them, chewing on them in my brain, but what I would say is, and I'm just drumming this into myself, is that no great things grow in comfort zones. One of my favourite phrases. Another thing that I tell myself is sometimes my biggest fear is the best thing for me. Because one of my biggest fears was still being single and living at home when I was 30, and that happened. And that was when I wrote my book. And the whole world stopped, and it was the most beautiful time for me, if I would say, like, blossoming and so that was a big fear, and it was actually brilliant, like, thank God. And then everything that's happening to us, it's for our greater good. I know it's going to be uncomfortable, and you're not going to like it, and change is not meant to be comfortable, but I'm just going to have to step into it and think, right, something better is going to come out of this.
I'm so glad. I'm glad you've just said that, because I feel exactly the same.
Yeah.
Nothing happens in your comfort zone.
No.
Nothing happens.
No.
But it's sitting and embracing it and knowing that what's coming is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's trusting that process. And it's like, I listened to this thing this morning that happened to appear in the middle of the night.
I love that.
And it was everything that I needed to hear is about your dreams and everything that you want already exists somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's about you stepping into that version of yourself.
Yeah.
Waking up every day as if you've already got it.
I know. And it's hard to do sometimes, isn't it? When you're in pain or the weather's shocking and you're just like, but to really keep yourself in that, we've got to constantly train
Honestly.
our brains, haven't we? But
there's so much truth in it.
Yeah.
You've got to wake up and choose different, even on your hardest days. And on some days you can't, can you? But like, you know,
I think you've got to
step into that. So how would she act?
I know.
How would she feel?
Yeah. Yeah.
How would she, like they said about, it's almost feeling that you've already got it.
Yes.
Feeling that emotion. So I keep feeling that I've got this Spanish man.
Woo!
And he's already married
Spanish
to me.
boy, love that.
I'm into. I've gone for a Spanish. I've gone past the rabbi.
She's gone
for a Spanish guy.
The rabbi's not happening.
I've watched that show on Netflix. I get it.
Do you get it? Do you love it?
I do. He's not my type, but I love the show and the story, and I can relate to those feelings.
Yeah,
can't we?
I think that's what
Let's talk about single life and dating.
Oh yeah.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Are you embracing?
I was and have been, and I guess still do, but I've been single for 5 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to worry that that's a red flag to some people.
Right,
Because they'll think, what's wrong with her? Why has she been single for so long?
Yeah.
Actually, I love my own company.
Yeah.
I love my own space. I love not having the stress of a guy playing games and never knowing what I'm up to. I have more inner peace when I am single.
Yeah.
Because I'm not second guessing myself or second guessing them.
Yeah.
But then I also am starting to open my heart now and think, but Sophie, you can't be on your own forever, and I don't think I'm designed to be on my own forever.
No.
I don't think any of us are.
No, and I mean, hopefully I won't break something else, but it did show me when I broke my leg, I was like, I could really do with someone here, you know? My dad had to move in temporarily as like my carer, and that was not fun. But if I had a hunky boyfriend, that would
I'm on about Spanish au pair at my house, just renting.
I think those situations do make you sort of...
Yeah.
I remember having something done, and it was kind of the first time... Do you remember? And it was the first time since my husband moved out that I was on my own, and you're just like... It kind of hits you a bit like, shit.
It does.
What's going to... I'm exactly the same. I was thinking yesterday, I can't imagine somebody living with me now, moving house, and I just think, I actually can't, like, I want someone there to have cute dates with and to go out for nice food and to do fun things.
No, I want to get married.
But
I'm knee deep.
Well, that's so good that you know that that's what you want as well. Because that's another thing where we can end up just being a bit like flapping around when we don't really know what we want, and the fact that you know you want to get married, you want
2 weeks ago, but this week.
Yeah, she's all right. I know I go through intentional dating, and then I just want a bit of fun.
What happened with me is I was dating, and then I thought I got triggered thinking it was a me issue, but actually looking back, reflecting, actually there was a lot more to it. So then I was like saying I'm not dating, but actually no, I'm ready to date.
Yes.
And I'm ready to meet somebody. I want a person.
Yeah.
And I want my life partner. What I don't want is somebody who is going to mess me up. But
and I think it's just having boundaries
just
too, isn't it, as well?
Really
like
good boundaries.
I think as you get older, you learn, you know what you want, but you also learn what you don't want. What don't I want?
Yeah.
And if somebody, like I say, you notice red flags instantly, and if you're triggered, there's a reason why you're triggered, like their behaviour is making you feel insecure. It's not just...
I think there's a lot to be said, isn't there, about working on yourself, and the more you work on yourself and your wounds and become this higher version of yourself, you attract higher. You attract different. And I just don't even go there with any person that wants to do oh, your body's amazing, or your face is this. No, thank you. Because I know instantly that you don't care about me.
Yeah.
You just care about what I look like.
Your soul, you know, we're so much more than just the vessel that we're in.
And I think you know instantly by a man's conversation what they want to know about.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah. Very quickly. I'm very quick to say, I don't even like get that far with them. So for me, like, I am intentionally dating. I'm not here for the, like, you to want them things from me.
Or another friend. It's like, oh, well, if you don't work out, we can be friends. It's like, look, mate, I've got enough friends. Like, that's not why we're here.
I know, you feel rude, don't you? I'm in that situation where it's like, but can we just be friends? I'm like, I don't need another friend. I've not got time for another friend.
You just say no, thank you.
I know. Or there's that
people pleasing
one where they're like, it's like, I don't want a pen pal.
I know.
I've been talking to you for a few weeks now, and there's no intention to meet up.
Don't text for too long.
Yeah.
Because it can so easily fizzle out.
Yeah.
Or it's hard work to keep it going when you don't really know the person that well.
Yeah.
You just need to meet them and have that first date and see what they're like in person.
Yeah.
See if you vibe off them. I mean, I'm not on dating apps anymore. I've tried them all for many years. Even Raya. Like, spent fortune on Raya.
Oh, really?
It's not free, you know. $16.99 a month.
Oh, wow.
For the privilege of being ghosted. So
that's the thing, isn't it?
It's not worth it.
I think, you know what, like, choosing yourself, choosing to rebuild yourself, becoming that person, do you naturally attract what you are?
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. And you naturally...
That's what I'm hoping.
Naturally, like, I put myself back on Hinge.
How's it going? Like, is it draining, or do you get a buzz from it? Is it quite good?
I don't go on it all the time, so I maybe check once a day.
Right.
Because I'm not the sort of person that needs to be in constant communication. I don't think it's healthy.
No.
Yeah. And the right person has got their own life.
Yes.
So why would they need to be communicating with me every 10 minutes?
I agree.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I think like for me is, yes, I'm on Hinge, but it doesn't become my life.
That's good. Yeah.
I, you know, perhaps check it once a day. I'll reply, get on with my life. And because I think, you know, when you have your own life, what you don't want to get involved, talk about this all the time, the dopamine rush of like constantly dating, getting excited, wanting to sleep with them. That isn't real life. That is called a dopamine rush. What is nice is a slow build connection.
Yeah.
One date once a week.
That's what I'd like.
Yeah.
And absolutely. I think putting good boundaries in place, learning to love yourself, you attract better.
Yeah.
Like, for me, like, it works. I think men want to go at fast paced. I go at my pace.
I know.
I'll go at my pace, and that is really slow because I need to know what their intentions are of me.
I'm the queen of slow. I call myself queen of slow.
I'm like a snail.
Yeah.
But it's so important.
It is good.
The right person will be okay to wait.
Yeah.
To see me because I have one night a week free.
Yeah.
The wrong person will want to hammer me with messages all day long and want to see me.
And then it's exhausting, isn't it? It gets exhausting. My head goes west.
I don't even allow my head to go west because you are not my person. Honestly, when you learn that actually learn about somebody's intentions and what they want from you, the right person will stay and the wrong person will disappear. As a woman, we've got to have strong boundaries in dating.
Yeah.
You don't have to if you want to have fun, and that's also okay. We talk about that. You can go and have fun. Everybody wants to have fun.
Yeah.
But if you're intentionally dating and you're looking to meet your person, as a woman, you've got to have strong boundaries and learn to love yourself. Put yourself on that pedestal and do not take yourself off. The right person will rise, the wrong person won't. That's my BAFTA speech. Absolutely on dating.
Amen. I mean, I'd love to go back in time when there were no dating apps and just meet people like you did back in the day.
Yeah.
But then I don't want to meet someone in a bar where it's really alcohol fueled.
Yeah.
And, you know, all my friends are like married with kids. Like I don't have like single friends to go out with. But even if I did, I wouldn't want to be like hanging around in bars late at night when everyone's a bit tipsy, and it's not. Again, that's not a everyday real
because it's not real life. Yeah,
and that's
you wouldn't be doing that in a relationship because you're just not.
That's
if you're
why
not that
dating
sort of
sites are good, aren't they? Because you can, if you don't go out a lot,
yeah,
and you can
like
build that Do you know what I mean? Like for me, we don't go out a lot. So for me, it's nice to connect over a dating app.
Yeah, you're busy moving house, and like you know, you've not got time to be like hanging around like bars every weekend.
No, I can't remember.
Actually moving today.
Thank you for being here. Like, wow.
Just today, can you pick the van up afterwards?
What's your dating life?
It's not. It's a
on pause.
It's not. Yeah, it's just on pause.
It's got to be on pause while you're moving as well.
Yeah. Obviously, I was dating, and then I'd been speaking to somebody for a few weeks, but again, there was just nothing there, and the conversation was just getting. It was that morning.
How's your day?
Just thought,
what have you been up to?
No, so that's just backed.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And no, so I'm not really on dating apps. I've still got them, but no.
Reignite them when you've got the time, and the space, and you feel.
Because I am like, oh well, they're not. I'm thinking, have I got the time? It's okay for me to go, oh well, he's not asking me out. Oh, he's not doing this. He's not doing that. But actually, I should have to put in the effort as well. And I, at the minute, haven't got the time. Yeah. So really, it's not really right for me to say.
I think we're moving and everything else. And I think, you know, you've got to be in the right energy to date as well, the right space.
Yeah. There's a lot of broken people out there trying to date. And it's like, take a year for yourselves, guys. I love a year to myself after a breakup. I need a year. Probably more.
Because, you know what? I don't know if you believe this. We attract what we are sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are broken.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all a little bit broken.
I mean, I was physically broken as well. So.
Do you know what I mean? I do think, you know, we sometimes attract what we are, how we're feeling. The last person that I went on a date with, he did mirror so many things that I needed healing in me, my wounds. Like, I believe the universe sends everybody to me for a lesson. And he absolutely mirrored parts of me that are still so wounded.
Oh, wow.
So I'm now doing the work around that. But I also didn't want to shut myself off from dating, because I do want to meet that person, and the right person will be able to hold them vulnerable parts of me that are still hurt and they still feel vulnerable in love. And the right person will actually go, all right, okay, Sarah, I know you've been through this. You know, it could be the rabbi from Nobody Wants It. He is definitely going to be my husband.
Who knows?
And the Spanish guy.
Line up.
We'll have both.
But the right man in his masculine energy will hold every part of you. It's trying to find that,
which is the difficult
in the minefield of dating hell.
Dating hell.
I know. Because I mean, the last guy I met, obviously, I hadn't been on a date since before my mum died, because I think grief and then not being able to walk and all of that, you don't feel sexy. You're not thinking about that. You don't feel like yourself. So it's probably taken me till now to actually feel like, okay, Sophie 2.0.
I love that.
I'm ready to go again. And so only just now have I started to open my heart again now, I think. And I would love to meet someone that I know I would have been so excited to introduce to my mum. Like, I'd love to have that feeling and knowing that she's kind of maybe like overseeing everything. So that's why the last guy that ghosted me, I was really gutted, because I did think my mum would have really liked him.
Oh, really?
Until he ghosted me, obviously.
So just ghosted you?
It was a very strange moment that he chose to ghost me, because we'd had a great first date and he'd carried on talking to me after that. And he lived in London, I live in Manchester. And the way we met was just like a movie. It was... We smiled at one another in the street crossing the road. I then walked 5 more steps and was like, oh, he was so handsome. I wonder, is he looking back at me? I looked over my shoulder and he was looking over his shoulder back at me. And the two of us just looked at each other. Oh,
really?
He's looking, oh. And we ended up talking on the street. He was tall, dark and handsome, looks a bit like the rabbi.
Good grief.
Oh my God, he lives in London, I live in Manchester. He told me his name was Matt. I was like, hi Matt, I'm Sophie. Oh. And he said he wanted to take me for a drink next time he was in Manchester. He was there visiting his parents who live up here. And we swapped numbers, we got talking, he texted me immediately. And I was thinking, oh, he's keen, oh. We seemed to get on really well. He messaged me when he was back in Manchester. We met for coffee. We had a lovely time. Got on so well. It was better in person than on text. It was a bit hard work sometimes. Texting, but, you know, in order to arrange that coffee, it was, you know, it was worth it. And I just thought, wow, I was on cloud 9 afterwards, like literally. And he carried on messaging me the rest of the day, saying what a great time he'd had and asking what my plans were for the rest of the weekend. Bear in mind, he was in Manchester for the weekend before going back to London.
Yeah.
We'd met up on the Friday, so I'm thinking maybe we'll go for another drink on like Saturday or Sunday before he goes home. And he asked me what my plans were for the weekend, and I was like, well, Matt, I'm pretty free apart from Pilates class. You know, I've not really got much on. What about you? Thinking, this is the part where you ask me out again.
Yeah.
And I never heard from him ever again.
Like, how? What? How? And this is why.
You just don't know people's expectations, do you? Or you think that you know, you...
Yeah. Like, if I'd have said to him, I don't know, like if I was some absolute crazy woman and was like, when are we getting married? How much do you earn? How many kids do you want?
Yeah.
When am I next seeing you? I would have ghosted me too.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that. And I didn't even say anything like that. And so you just think, what?
So even so you can even have good boundaries.
Yeah.
And it still go absolutely pear-shaped because like you could never do any different there.
No.
You went on this is the hard realities of dating. Yeah. Because then it comes back to you as a person, like, well, what was wrong with
I think you do think, have I said,
don't go there.
Have I said something? But you have got to go. No, I haven't actually.
Zara, no.
It's
never you.
No, I haven't.
But let's talk about it, because it's very easy to then put that on you. But then it's having a quick, short conversation to say his actions are nothing on you as a person and how wonderful you are. But I just don't know how somebody can do that to somebody.
No.
Just be honest. Just say, you know what?
This day and age, I don't get it. Just have a conversation and just say, actually, I'm really busy. I'm not feeling it. Like, it was nice to meet you. That's what I do.
Just like the biggest demonstration of having no balls.
Yeah.
The fact that they can't say, honestly, do you know what? I had a really nice time, but it's not for me.
Not for me.
Maybe I'm seeing someone in London that I haven't told you about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just be honest, isn't it?
We're all adults. I can, when we've all been through hard times, it's like, I'm pretty sure, Mystery Matt, I can cope with you telling me I'm either not for you or you've met someone else.
Met someone else.
Fine. I wish you the best.
Yeah.
So like, how do we deal with ghosting then? Are you fans of sending a message a couple of weeks later or a month later being like, well, I can see what's happened here, really didn't have you down for that, but wish you the best, as like a bit of a closure message for you? Or would you just let them die?
I did. So I went on a date with somebody and it was great. Spoke for a couple of days afterwards, and then he didn't speak for probably 4 or 5 days. And it was very sort of evident it's fine. And I think it was more that it was sort of like me closing it for myself.
Yeah.
A bit like, I think I just said, I can see that the energy has been, the effort, the energy has been pulled back. That isn't for me. So I wish you all the best. And he did come back saying, oh, sorry, I've been busy. Are you okay? And I just thought, no, that's it now. We're not getting into, are we okay again? You might have been genuinely busy. That's absolutely fine. But not for 4 or 5 days. Like, just
when you've been talking regularly and all of a sudden there's a change
and then
in
it's
their
changed,
behaviour.
and you can
we're not
sense
daft.
that.
We're like, I can sense you pulling away.
Yeah.
But then the tricky thing is, if you did have feelings for them, like I did.
Yeah.
I liked this guy.
And I think that's it, isn't it? You do need that sort of, right, this has got to, I've got to take my energy back now, because me putting my energy into something that's not being reciprocated is.
I don't send a message.
No.
I will not give them the satisfaction of spending time replying to somebody who cannot. You haven't replied to my last message, so I'm really not going to give you the satisfaction. I rise above it and show you what sort of woman I am.
Yeah.
Never in my life would I get... Makes me angry thinking about this.
No, good.
How dare you think you can ghost me and then I'm going to message you again?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
That's
because
so
you
true.
know what? I am everything and more, and what I bring to the table is that. Goodbye to ghosting.
I know.
Goodbye to that. And if they can do that, you wouldn't want them.
No, exactly.
It doesn't mean it doesn't bother you, because when you've got feelings for somebody, but you've got to come back to, if he can do that, then they're not my person.
It's not a good start if they're breadcrumbing you at this stage.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be someone that they think they can just pick up and put down.
Yeah.
So I chose not to send him one last message.
Amazing.
And I thought long and hard about it. I got loads of opinions from all people that I loved the most. And I also thought, I don't know if I would have been strong enough. Let's say he'd have replied straight away then and gone, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've been thinking about you loads. My life's been crazy. Let me make it up to you.
To then say no.
I'll take you out. And in a weak moment, I might have been like, okay.
Because we do. We are a bit like that.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have been the right thing. So I thought, no, do you know what, Sophie? R.I.P. to that ghost.
Absolutely. R.I.P. to Casper the Ghost. I've got to wrap things up. Because we keep talking and King Rufus is waving at me religiously.
Thank you.
I think we're going to have to have episode 2.
We'll do a sequel.
I think we should just have a monthly. Come on, I think so. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
The books, the Nearly Girl. I don't know if my top came on. The Nearly Girl, 2 books.
Them.
Where can they get the books?
They're on Amazon, Apple Books, and Waterstones online.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye. Rufus,